I was minding my business. I was just enjoying life, smoking a lot of weed, doing a lot of, even though he's a little pipsqueak, he ignited the fire in me. I'm sure he's scared, you know. If he's not scared, he's gonna be in for a big surprise.
Former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson stated that Jake Paul has ignited the fire within him to compete in the ring one more time. On the other hand, Mike Tyson has reached Dallas this week to end Jake Paul once and for all. Each fighter is willing to knock out the other one, and they have left no stone unturned in their training.
Dallas, I'm here.
In a recent face-to-face interview with Jake Paul, Mike Tyson shared that he knows he will win in his fight against the Disney kid. Tyson was confident that he can end the problem child on November 15th.
I believe this is going to be great for boxing. I believe I'm going to win.
On the other hand, Jake Paul shared his motivation to fight the baddest man on earth. Paul commented that Mike Tyson is a legend, just like Muhammad Ali, and it's a dream come true to fight the former heavyweight.
Man, he's a legend, you know. This is the guy. This is a dream come true for me. This is one of the two most famous boxers to ever live, him and Muhammad Ali.
Meanwhile, fitness YouTuber Jesse James West wanted to try out Jake Paul's daily routine in his preparation for the Mike Tyson fight. Paul shared that he gets into the sun barefooted for blood circulation and vitamin D intake before he begins his training.
All right, so first things first, gotta get into the sun straight in the morning.
Okay.
This will start your circadian rhythm. Barefoot, grounding, getting rid of that.
Jesse and Jake Paul had a lot of fun together as Paul showed Jesse his next step after bathing in the sun. Breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day, and both YouTubers enjoyed a hearty breakfast before working out.
Light breakfast,
Okay.
coffee, and hydrate.
Let's interlock arms.
Mm-hmm.
We're becoming one.
He was already in my bed this morning.
On the contrary, Mike Tyson declared that no one has ever seen anything like the upcoming fight in the history of boxing. Tyson was committed to delivering his best performance on fight night, which will be a show remembered for ages.
To be honest, boxing's never seen nothing like this in the history of boxing. Since it began 250 years ago, it's never seen anything like this, and probably never will.
Furthermore, Tyson was asked what it means to knock out a 27-year-old entertainer like Jake Paul. Tyson daring stated that it would mean nothing more than the fact that Iron Mike just scored another hit on his record, and not just against any boxer, but Tyson acknowledged Jake as a champion.
Mike just knocked somebody else out again. You know, this is going to be big. It's just, it's not like it's just some 27-year-old. It's Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson stated that Jake Paul may be a hateful opponent, but he has done a good job to ignite the fire within him, and he did a good job to wake up the dormant beast that was hidden within.
Even though he's a little pipsqueak, he ignited the fire in me.
Mike Tyson discussed his motivation for taking on Jake Paul, expressing pride in being able to fight at 58 in front of millions. He noted that very few boxers in history could perform at his age while still drawing massive audiences and selling out entire stadium. Tyson's words reflect his confidence and his appreciation for the unique position he holds in boxing history.
And that leads me on nicely to ask you that question as to why we're here now, because we're back. I mean, I'm talking about a fight that is nearly 40 years ago, Mike.
Right. Check this out. Know why we're here now?
Go for it.
58. I'm going to fight in the biggest arena ever, and it's going to be sold out. And who else can do that?
MMA fighter Jake Shields exposed the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight and said that he doesn't like the idea of Tyson going up against a younger opponent at 60 years of age. Shields talked about the fact that Tyson may not have his speed or power at that age. Mike was a very vicious fighter back in his 20s, but Shields could not accept that he could display a good performance against Jake Paul. Jake Shields, however, supported the idea of young YouTubers going into boxing, which is fun and exciting.
Mike Tyson versus Jake, what do you think the outcome of that fight's going to be?
The Tyson-Jake Paul fight, I mean, I don't love it, but I'm going to watch it. Tyson's going to be 58 and he's a legend. You know, I'm 45 now and I still feel really tough. That's more than 10 years off. And different too, because Tyson's a speed fighter. He's going to be a little slower and there's going to be the conditioning. Tyson could maybe get an early knockout, but I just don't think he's going to have that speed he used to have. And his power came from his speed. If you watch Tyson in his early 20s, that guy could fight.
Dude,
I think YouTube boxing is great for the sport. It's getting a lot of these young YouTube kids wanting to train and do fighting. It's got people like Stiko trying to train. It's got people actually wanting to learn to fight and better themselves.
Meanwhile, UFC commentator Joe Rogan and UFC fighter Max Holloway expressed their thoughts on Mike Tyson's fight. Rogan shared that the only reason he would be interested in seeing a 58-year-old man fight a younger opponent is if it's Mike Tyson, while commenting about Tyson's sparring session. Holloway and Joe Rogan seemed surprised and are rooting for Mike to clip Jake Paul in the ring. Max even shared that Tyson may be trolling everyone with his walking stick and then explode on fight night.
He's going to be hell on wheels in the first round for sure. I don't know how long he can go. I don't know what his joints feel like or his back feels like. I don't know what's really going on. When you're watching clips of a guy hitting the pads.
Do you see the clips of him like moving, bro?
Yeah, he looks good.
Oh, imagine he go in there and just
That
clips
would
the
be
guy,
crazy.
bro.
It's going to be interesting. And it's the only time I could ever remember where I would be interested in watching a 57-year-old man fight a 27-year-old man.
Yeah, for sure. Because everybody saw him walking around with the cane, right? What if he trolling everybody? What if he knew, bro? What if he knew something we didn't know? What if he's wearing or seeing us all over?
Furthermore, Jake Paul shared that he is the most laid-back person on the planet without a care in the world. As he has his meal with Jesse James, Paul commented that he is here to just have fun, relax, and party.
I literally am the most unserious person probably on the planet. It's the key to life. Just have fun. Everything's a joke. We're on a fucking rock. We don't even know why we're here. What the fuck are we doing?
I know why I'm here. To beat Jake Paul Jr. and then beat the real Jake Paul in a boxing match later.
Moreover, Jesse and Jake Paul dived into a cold plunge before beginning their boxing training. Paul shared that the toughest battle he has overcome this year was fighting the negative mental emotions that surrounded him.
Before training, it was time to hit the cold plunge.
This is a cold one. It's a little too cold.
What has been the toughest thing that you've had to overcome this year?
Ooh, man.
Toughest battle.
Negative mental thought loops and just have better, more positive thoughts. It's hard to talk.
Jake Paul seems to be in the best shape of his life, and he has released his own set of sparring videos where his partner is afraid of taking Paul shots. It seems as though both Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are in peak condition to face each other on November 15th. Boxing analysts all over the world have expressed their negative emotions for Jake Paul going up against Mike Tyson at 58 years of age. Simon Jordan shared that Mike Tyson is his favorite heavyweight of all time, and he grew up in a time where Tyson was the dominant force in boxing. Jordan has seen Mike Tyson knock out plenty of hard hitters, but can't seem to accept the fact that he has to step in the ring with Jake Paul. Simon stated that he would rather see Tyson face Lennox Lewis, since that would be evenly matched, and there was a lot left for the fans when Mike lost to Lewis.
Right, so we've got a format which has 8 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves, no headgear, knockouts allowed, and results on official records. I mean, I don't like this. I can't help but look at Mike Tyson. I went to see Mike Tyson fight Lennox Lewis in Memphis, and that was the last knockings of Tyson. There wasn't much left in that fight. Lennox put him away, and it was a one-sided fight. And obviously, we went and see him get beat by Danny Williams and other people, and we saw the last
Kevin McBride, the last one. Yeah. I mean, it's sad sight, wasn't it? Sad day.
And I grew up in a time. I'm older than you, Spence, but I grew up watching him knock out Carl the Truth Williams, watching him knock out Michael Spinks, watching him be the most dominant heavyweight, the most exciting Tyrell Biggs, and all those fighters, and Tony Tucker and whoever else he fought.
Jake Paul shunned all his haters as he stated that he will knock out Mike Tyson. It means the world for Jake to go up against Tyson and show the world that he is the best, since he can beat the best. Jake commented that it would be a bittersweet moment when he knocks out Tyson, since he has both love and respect for the former heavyweight, but also wants to prove the world what he is made of.
Yeah, when it happens, it's going to be a little bittersweet because I have love for him, but at the current moment, we're meant to go to war. He's trying to take the food off my plate. I'm trying to take the food off of his plate, and that's what warriors do. Right. But for me, I've dreamt this, manifested it, and it'll be the start of, what has been a 12-year career for me in entertainment and acting and working and all the things I've done now into boxing. This is finally my moment and my time to shine, and I'm going to show the world who the I am, because everyone's doubted me. Everyone's had something to say.
Moreover, Jake Paul shared that he plans on unboxing Mike Tyson and stated that Tyson would get flipped with one of his devastating punches.
I think Mike's going to be strong, fast, and comes out like a fool. And I'm going to have to weather the storm, outbox him.
Oh, I let the right hand go.
I think he's going to get clipped.
Furthermore, Jake Paul shared that he is a little bit scared of facing the baddest man on earth, since he is jam-packed with muscles, and the Instagram videos could scare anyone. Paul commented that he will step up to the level and defeat the champion, even if it means taking a risk.
This is the baddest man on the planet. Heavyweight. Just look at the guy sitting here right now. Right. He's an animal. He posts Instagram pictures and I get a little scared because of how good he looks. But I have to step up to this level and show people that I can accomplish the impossible. And that's what the story of Jake Paul is all about.
It's no wonder Jake Paul would be afraid of Iron Mike, since he continues to smash the pads at the age of 58 and brutally ends his sparring sessions by knocking out his partner. Tyson's determination could sometimes put even a younger opponent to.
It's good, Mike. 900 beds. Yes, go again. Exactly. I never know it. It's just us. It's just us. Hey, bro. Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Hey.
Mike Tyson stated that he is a changed person since his last professional fight from the time he fought Kevin McBride to the Roy Jones fight in 2020. Tyson commented that he has updated his skill sets to go head-to-head with the most hated boxer in the world, known as Jake Paul.
My life has changed since then, and I decided to fight Roy Jones, and that was successful, and now we're fighting.
Mike Tyson's former opponent Roy Jones Jr. doesn't fear for Mike because he knows how to defend himself in the ring. However, Roy shared that if the fight goes past 4 or 5 rounds, then it will be problematic for Mike's age, and not because he can't fight or defend himself. Jones gave Tyson some heavy advice when he said that he needs to end the fight early on in order to secure a win.
No, I don't fear for Mike and how old he is. Mike's a very rugged guy. You know, when I was in there with Mike, Mike still was hard to hit, and Mike still can hit hard as hell. So no reason to really fear for Mike. The only thing I fear for Mike is like if the fight goes beyond 4 or 5 rounds, then it could get problematic for Mike because of his age. But if he doesn't go beyond 4 or 5 rounds, he'll be fine. So I think he'll come out, assess the situation, see how he can deal with Jake's size and Jake's power, because Jake does have power. And after that, he'll make his mind up as to whether he wants to go and try to get him out, or if he feels like he'll be safe to do the whole 8 rounds.
Mm. In addition, Spencer Oliver has spoken to Roy Jones about Mike Tyson. Oliver stated that given Mike Tyson's unpredictable mindset, he will definitely try to go for the knockout with all the adrenaline rush and try to end the YouTuber turned boxer. Mike Tyson is not having an exhibition match with Jake Paul as he did with Roy Jones. He is going in there to win and secure a knockout victory.
From what I'm hearing, speaking to Roy, was with him all last week. Roy's close with Mike. He said the fight's a real fight. The fight's going to happen. Mike's going to take him out there. And if Mike's got that killer instinct, if he tags him, he says, whatever Mike says with Mike Tyson, he goes in there and then you get that excitement kicks in, the adrenaline kicks in. He said he will try and take him out because of this situation. Young kid, YouTuber, turned over. So Mike's going there to win. Roy says that he thinks he'll dominate it. And he said, listen, doesn't matter. Mike's 58. He's Mike Tyson.
Roy Jones has witnessed Tyson's rage firsthand, and all of Tyson's fans know that he can be very unpredictable with his anger. During his press conference, Mike Tyson lashed out at a reporter and completely shunned the idea of him being too old to fight.
Particularly your age.
Well, I don't see too many people critical about it. Look at this. Ha 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 ha.
Critics, I mean.
Excuse me?
Critics, you know, people
who?
In the industry.
Tell me who. Name it somebody.
Folks.
You? Who?
No, folks who say it. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
Moreover, Mike Tyson almost came to blows with a journalist who called Mike Tyson a gimmick.
When in your career are you going to actually fight a contender in your weight class and not do gimmick fights?
I think he just called Mike Tyson a gimmick.
Mike Tyson.
What did you just call me again?
I didn't call you anything.
What did you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
Anything on another occasion, Mike Tyson completely slammed all the haters that were saying that he is too old to fight.
Tell people who are out there saying we think Mike's too old for this fight. Tell them what you think about that.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
Whoa.
You won't.
UFC commentator Joe Rogan shared that all the people are crazy if they think that Mike is too old to fight Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson, people talk shit to. People are there's certain people that are just crazy, man.
Well, speaking of Mike Tyson, these people that think that he don't stand a chance against Jake Paul, that are like this shouldn't even because he's too old. I was like, I think you're crazy.
Well, they're definitely uninformed. Yeah, because here's the thing. He is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight.
Rogan discussed that Mike Tyson has had a really long career, and he has been knocked out by massive opponent. Despite being the shorter fighter in the heavyweight division, Mike Tyson used to completely destroy his opponents with his aggressive boxing style. Joe shared that the only person who fought competitively after the age of 50 was Bernard Hopkins, and that is very rare in a sport like boxing.
He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. You know, he's had a lot of blows, and you know it's long, you know, long past the time where most people ever fight. You know, the only person that ever fought competitively after age 50 is Bernard Hopkins.
Additionally, Jake Paul stated that it would be a dream come true to put the baddest man on earth to sleep and end his reign once and for all.
Obviously, it would be the biggest moment in all of boxing history when I put this man to sleep.
Mike Tyson responded to Jake Paul with a bold message. He shared that Paul may think that it would be a really easy night, but it's not going to be easy.
We'll see. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be an easy night. I'm sure he's scared, you know. If he's not scared, he's going to be in for a big surprise.
Mike Tyson continues to drop sparring buddies like flies, and he smashes his trainer's face, leaving him hurt on the lip.
Yeah, today was a day, you know. Play with fire, sometimes happen.
Boxer Denzel Bentley thinks of Mike Tyson as a hero and said that Tyson would be damaging his record by fighting Jake Paul, although Jake may be in the beginning of his career as a professional boxer. That doesn't take away the fact that he is training hard and is 30 years younger than Tyson. Bentley further stated that Mike Tyson's career didn't end on a high point when he had his last professional fight, but he damaged Roy Jones Jr. back in 2020. Denzel shared that this would not mean that Tyson is invincible, and he doesn't want to see the fight.
It's not the Mike Tyson that we know, innit? Clearly. So, like we said, the end of his career didn't really end well. We saw him make a comeback a few years ago against Roy Jones, and he couldn't hurt Roy Jones. So what makes you think he's going to hurt a young, fit man that trains, is athletic? He actually fights some UFC fighters and stuff like that. And now you got him against Mike Tyson. All you're going to do is just damage his record his legacy, as our hero, as kids and stuff. So it's not something that I'll be watching. I'll be honest. I might wake up the next morning and look for the results since it was happened, but I definitely won't be watching it, I'll be honest. Maybe not boxers, but other athletes.
Do you think Mike Tyson can beat Jake Paul? Will Mike's rage hold up against Jake Paul's energy? We would love to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments section below, and subscribe for more content like this.